to have.
Yes, Master.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about the top 5 most disgusting moments in Star Wars. And no, this is not going to be directed at gross out humor. It's just going to be either the creatures or the situations that I find really, really nasty. Coming in at number 5 is Luke and Leia's kiss in Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. What makes this gross is the fact that later we find out they're siblings. Ugh! Every time I see that moment in the movie, I cringe. Number 4 is General Grievous's explosive innards from Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. What makes this gross is, ew. I mean, does the guy drink kerosene or something? What makes them blow up like that? And plus, Obi-Wan prying it apart and you seeing the little strings and the pumping heart. Yuck, that is just gross. Number 3 on the list is anything having to do with Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt is, of course, the singular most disgusting character in all of Star Wars. I mean, he's big and huge, and he looks like a giant slug, and he's slimy and conniving and rotten, and he's just, ugh, the most disgusting character ever in Star Wars. So yeah, anything with Jabba the Hutt, ugh, that's just... Number 2 on the list is also the second most awkward moment in Star Wars, and that is when Luke milks the creature called the Thala Siren in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. You know, I don't have any problem with getting milk from mammals and drinking it or making cheese out of it. Heck, I love yogurt, cheese, ice cream. I'm a big dairy fan. And not just from cows. I've eaten cheese made from goat's milk and sheep's milk, and yeah. But the thing that makes the Thala Siren scene awkward and gross is the fact that they're sitting upright, and let's just say their teats look a little too humanoid to make things I don't know, it doesn't feel like milking a cow, I'll put it that way. If the thing had been on all fours and it had an udder like a cow, then I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But it's sitting upright, and the teats look, yeah, it's just awkward. And on top of that, the milk is green. Ew, I'll take blue milk over green milk any old day of the week. And topping out the number 1 spot for the most disgusting moment in Star Wars is when Han Solo slices open the Tauntaun and you see Tauntaun guts. Ugh! I know the reason they didn't make the guts red or anything like that is because it would have been considered graphic and they wanted to move away from that, but still, ugh, that moment is so gross. I mean, Han grabs a saber, slices it open, and then this horrible mushing sound and the guts spill out. It's like, yuck. And then, of course, this is to save his life, but then he stuffs Luke inside the Tauntaun. Ugh. I can imagine, even if he hadn't been floating in Bacta, I can imagine the first thing Luke wanted to do after he woke up was take a shower, because I bet he smelled horrible when he got back to the Rebel base. But you know what? At least he was alive, and it's always better to smell bad than to be dead, if those are the only 2 alternatives. So, there you have it, guys. Those are the Clumsy Jedi's top 5 most disgusting moments in Star Wars. This wasn't a very pleasant list to compile, but as long as I'm doing top 5 and top 10 lists, what the heck, it's something I might as well touch on. And it is something that exists in Star Wars movies. There's always something that kind of makes you go, ew. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more G-rated Star Wars content, go ahead and click that little subscription button down below. Question of the day. What do you think is the absolute grossest moment in any Star Wars movie, whether it's the saga or the spin-offs or whatever? I do have a minor update on my niece. She was moved last night to a more advanced hospital where they can take care of her. So, and I don't know whether I mentioned it yesterday, but she had some trouble breathing, and she was a little bit distressed when she came out, and the hospital where she was born does not have a neonatal intensive care unit, so she was taken to the nearest hospital that does, and apparently it's a very good hospital, and she's in really good hands. But any of you out there who are praying or just want to send good thoughts, those are more than welcome. Again, I'm not going to mention names or any more specifics in that because I want to preserve my sister-in-law's privacy. So, until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys.